More Outnumbered in just a moment, but first to John Scott with what's coming up in the second hour of Happening Now. John?
Hi, Andrea. In our next hour, new documents released that were seized in the raid on the compound in Pakistan where Osama bin Laden was killed. Among the revelations, bin Laden wanted terrorists to focus on killing Americans rather than on building an Islamic State. We'll dive into the documents with an expert next hour. A secret spy mission launched from Cape Canaveral last hour, the Air Force sending an unmanned mini-shuttle into space aboard an Atlas V rocket in a successful liftoff. It's the fourth flight for that secret military research program. And police now say more than 1,000 weapons have been recovered from the scene of that fight between rival motorcycle gangs in Waco that left 9 people dead. Updates in the next hour on Happening Now. Andrew.
All right, thanks.
An age-old rite of passage in the dog days of summer will no longer be for many Boy Scouts. The national organization announcing a ban on water gun fights and a limit on the size of water balloons at their summer camps. The Scouts saying the idea of pointing even a play gun at someone is not, quote, kind. The change not sitting well with many commenters on the Scouting Magazine blog, one writing, quote, what a load of politically correct bleep. Mike.
Yeah.
All right. So if we keep emasculating our boys and not letting boys be boys, you have 3 of them yourself, how are we going to raise the next generation of hardcore CIA operatives, Navy SEALs?
You know, first of all, that was a very nice unloaded question.
You obviously know how I feel about this.
We're on the same sheet of music. Look, yeah, my 3 boys, Scooter, Sluggo, and Muggsy, all under 8 years old. And the one, he's turning 8. Scooter's turning 8 on this weekend. And the thing that we're doing is we're having all his friends over. We're dividing them into 2 teams. We're giving them massive buckets of water balloons, and we're going to let them loose. That's what you do. That's what. I know this is going to sound. People are going to say, "Well, it sounds sexist." That's what boys do, right? And you also pick up a stick. And I know this is, well, you don't want to give them a weapon or a play weapon. I could take away all the Nerf guns and all the play weapons that they have right now. They'll go out in the backyard, find a stick, and it's a gun. And so I'm sorry if that upsets some people. I'm not stopping that. And the fact that the Boy Scouts are bowing to this and saying, well, we don't, it's the emasculation concept.
Yeah, it's like the feminization
Exactly.
of boys. Yeah. I mean, someone save the super soakers to the moms of boys on the other side of the couch.
So they're allowing the water balloons, but only water balloons the size of ping pong balls?
Yeah.
Is that possible, first of all? I mean, you can play ping pong.
You tie a water balloon at any size. The bigger they are, the easier
work
it
at
is.
it.
They have this machine thing, but if you came to my house, you'd be so offended you wouldn't know where to start. I mean, it's full blast there at all times, like gigantic, like Nerf guns bigger than me. We've got all kinds of things.
We get the kids together, and they'll spend all day long playing. Well, this is it's the whole concept of God forbid we offend anybody. God forbid we all don't get trophies. Oh my God, everybody's got to get a participation medal. And it's nonsense. And you know what we're doing? It's every generation. Of course we want things to be easier for our kids. Of course we want to be included. Of course that. But
wussification.
The wussification. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That was
but
the word.
Can I tell you, I speak to the single women. I mean, I do think culture matters, and I think what we're seeing is I notice a lot of single women frustrated with what I call basement boys, guys who just, play video games, and they're not the kind of tough, cool.
You're looking over at me. They're not in my world, honey. I can tell you that.
I know, but I'm saying, would you say that there is an effect on that in the long term, that we will end up raising wussified boys if we keep putting these kinds of parameters?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of, thumb-sucking, beta-wearing pajama boys running around out there. I think it's a bigger problem. Unfortunately, I don't think we have time to address that. You know what? We'll do it during overtime.
Life stealers.
There's a team. Yes, life-stealing frauds. Have you ever had a hard time keeping your man's attention? Oh, this is going to be good. So when do you need to have a serious talk with him? We will tell you the time of day that men say that they're really ready to listen.
Even more in my head, you just talk.